Hi guys. I can't believe it's already February and wow. Yeah, it's really cold here. Like -11 cold. So I've been wearing a lot of my hand knits. This one is my Moving Forward shawl by Denise Bayron of Bayron Handmade. And I absolutely love this. I chose to do it in a fade. Um, and it's just light and beautiful, and Denise is just amazing. So anyway, I am going to be playing in a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons game that my husband is going to be running in May for May the 4th. So it's going to be Star Wars themed. It's going to be a one shot or maybe like a 2-part one shot. So a limited, 1 or 2 day kind of campaign. And I came up with this character called Tylaara, and she belongs to this organization. And I am making a cowl for her that signifies the status she has within the organization. So I have a gradient from Emma's yarn that I got at Cream City Yarn, and it goes from off-white to dark gray. So what I thought I would do is to signify your status within the group, you get sort of the first couple of colors when you join the organization. And then as you finish more missions successfully, kill more people, you get sort of the next color and the next color and the next color. And I'm thinking of doing it in a modular way. I will share the pattern and it's going to be free because I don't want Disney to sue me. I have kids to put through college, so I don't want to be sued. So it's going to be a pattern where each color is a different stitch. And the first one and the last one are going to be ribbing. So I started the first one, and this is, there you go. That's the very first one. And after that, it's going to be a garter stitch for the next color. So basically, it's going to be more of a recipe than an actual pattern where I'm just going to tell you, okay, I did garter here, and the next one was stockinette, and the next one was lace, and the next one was moss stitch, and so on and so forth. And then you can mix and match as much as you want. You can do it all, of course, in one color. But basically, she will have all the way to the end, the very darkest gray. So that will mean that she is at the very top of the organization. Just how far up top she is in the organization, we will find out during the game. But other than that, I am still working on Steve's 7th annual sweater. So what I've done, and now my yarn for the cowl has done. So I've started, and as you can see, I have just started the cuff for the first sleeve. And the sleeves on this Viking pullover are the money pieces in this sweater. That's where the big cables are. That is where the most interest is in this pattern. So I am very excited about starting that, as much as I love just doing stockinette while we're watching something. If you have Netflix, I highly recommend Cunk on Earth. It is a mockumentary, much like those documentaries on the History Channel, where you see the very serious presenter, just walking across landscapes and telling you, and here is the castle where this and this happened, blah, 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 blah. And Philomena Cunk, which is the character that is the presenter, is absolutely hilarious. And I told my husband about it, and we have been watching it and laughing like hyenas because it's a lot of fun. So that's a little recommendation for me. So that is what I am doing. I have also been going through my stash because I want to organize it. Right now I have it pretty organized by color, but I want to organize it by color and by weight. And what I'm thinking of doing is I have one of the IKEA, the bookcases, the Kallax that a lot of people have, which is like, with the cubicles and all of that. And what I want to do is I have 4 columns and 3 rows that I can work with and sort of do, sock and sport weight, and then maybe DK and worsted, and anything heavier than that will be the bottom row. So wish me luck, because I do have a lot of yarn, and my big plan for this year is to work from my stash. I feel like I am really at the point where, although I do want all the yarn that I see, I don't really have to make more purchases right now, unless for some reason there is something that comes up that I need to make a new sweater and I don't have that many sweater quantities. But I really do want to use up my stash. So I'll be sharing just some little snippets of what I'm working on, trying to put sweater quantities together, which is where, if I have at least half the sweater quantity in one color, then I can do color work, or maybe do, cuffs and the bottom ribbing in a different color. I'm really trying to use what I have as much as possible. And that includes putting sweater quantities together and also doing a lot of marling. I have made 2 hats in which I have sort of marled things together. And I am joining the Easy Peasy Scrappy Socks cowl, which starts on the 18th of February. And I will leave the link in the description box below, because you have to have at least 6 different colors. This is not one color for the sock and then another color for the toes and heels. This is something where you are going to use a bunch of colors, and that is totally what I'm going for right now. And what I am choosing to do is I am choosing to do it in DK weight. And to use up even more of my stash, I will be doing DK weight by holding 2 strands of sock yarn together. So I am looking forward to using up a bunch of those little bits and pieces that I have that I haven't, being able to use up in any other big projects. So wish me luck. This is going to be an all-year project. Let me know what your plans for the year are. Are you doing specific patterns? Are you doing, oh, I want to learn how to do this specific technique? Or are you like me, you just want to use up what you have, and then next year you can buy new stuff because you get to do that. So anyway, that is what I have for you for now, and I will see you next week. I hope you're having a good beginning of February. I still cannot believe we are in February already. I feel like January was like the trial month, and I'm not sure if I want to keep this year yet. Like so far, it has been really hectic. So anyway, take care, and I will see you next week.